We've actually the way that we met was I kind of initiated it because what happened was I moved to Arizona, and at the time I was doing a lot of concert promotion with my company because I still stayed in the music business. I wasn't a musician physically playing anywhere, and so I always wanted to know who the guys in town were, who the guys that are playing around here, especially in the Latin field, and you know it's where my heart lies. And so I started asking around town, started calling people, finding out who were the top musicians there, and the name Joey Navarro just kept popping up. Somehow I got his phone number through somebody, and I called him up one day, and I go, "Hey," he goes, "You Joey?" He goes, "Yeah." I says, "Hey, well, my name is Fred, Fred Sanchez," and I says, I just thought I'd touch base with you, man. I've been hearing some real good things about you, and I says, I'd love to meet you and play with you sometime, man." He goes, "Oh yeah, well, that's nice, whatever." He's like, "That's cool, man, And I says, he didn't know me. And I said, "Well, I played with the band before," and I said, maybe you've heard of us." And he goes, well, what's the band?" And I said, "It's a band called El Chicano." He goes, "What?" "You mean the real El Chicano?" I go, "Yeah." I says, that I started that band, and I was the leader of it. And I says, "I found you." I says, "By fate." I says, and he goes, "Oh my God." He was like, "That's like one of these bands that got my thing started with keyboards and stuff." And I said, "Wow, that's really fantastic." He was a lot younger than he is now, but he still looks the same though. And I must say that the minute that I actually heard him play live, right then and there I knew what everybody was talking about, because I have this, I don't know, I'm not bragging about that, but I can tell. I have an ear for it, especially a keyboard guy. It's like, and I heard him and I went, wow, this guy knows what he's doing, and I really loved his musical embellishments with his piano, because he's very, very creative in a lot of different ways. It was like, the one thing about him that's always been the most positive and wonderful thing about him, very generous with his music, very generous when it comes to, if you play with him, he's generous. He doesn't jump on top of anything. He plays with your music and he plays with you. And that's what makes it fun, and that's what makes it sound really like, wow.